Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel today. I hope everybody is well. It is that time of month that we all enjoy so very much. I hope everybody has stayed safe and healthy, and everybody knows well to stay healthy. And hold on, I'm just going to check my volume for a second, so that's way I can see if it's working.
I'm a pro-choice voter, and I'm voting.
Okay, so the sound is all good. I wanted to make sure that our sound was good and everything else was good. So, as you know, I sometimes buy PDFs. So, some of you know that I have a big thing about buying PDFs and books. Some books are out of print. I know we colored out of 35 books. Two of those are PDFs. So, 33 books plus two PDFs this month. So, I didn't get nearly done as much as I would have liked to have done, but I accomplished a lot of my goals this month. So, this is Ava Browne. This is from Elegant Beauties Grayscale. I purchased this on Etsy through the Ava Browne website. So I purchased that a while back, and then I printed this when I got my printer working up and around again. So I used colored pencils for this one. I think maybe some gel pen. I'm not entirely sure, but then this one is by Lulu Art or Lulu Art Dream, as she's known on Etsy. So I used my memo office markers, the last of them, and then I also used some Copics on this. This is part of a 4-pack that I bought. It is on Etsy. I did put a link down below where you can purchase her art because she sometimes sells individual art, sometimes she sells package art. So this was from Cute Little Witches 2022. I finished it on 10/22/22. And we all know the nice sign of a nice juicy marker is that. Then I got a new book in, which I know everybody loves when Grace gets new books in. So I ended up getting this new book called Linda Ravenscroft's Naughty Fairies 2. I haven't colored in it, but this is a new book that I thought everybody would like to see. So as you can tell, she gives us this, then she gives us this. This is Grayscale, so you can use markers, watercolors. The paper's really, really thick. So this is like Naughty Fairies. You can color them a lot of different ways. I've seen people color these books like crazy different. So, then we get this one in there. See, these are really thick pages. So sometimes when I'm flipping through them, I just want you guys to see this. Yes, and I did finish one coloring book this month. So anybody's wondering what I did or didn't do. Dragon's Eye. Well, a lot of people are like, thought I wasn't going to get anything. And then Linda Ravenscroft comes out with a new book. So I'm like, oh. Doesn't mean I get everything that I want. This is the new Linda Ravenscroft book. I haven't colored in anything, so probably next month I'll take one of these books in. The Nightmare Fairy, vampires do exist. That's funny. Hi, Danielle. How are you? This is Naughty Fairies by Linda Ravenscroft. The books are expensive, I will not lie, but you get in good quality paper. And I mean, with these books, because they're based on watercolor and they're like 300 GSM, I think is the paper. Yeah, 300 GSM. So the paper is nice and thick. I guess my mother's taking out the clothes or the sheets. We're cleaning our sheets, it's that time to do it. Then we did that. Isn't it beautiful, this book? I love this book. So. Yeah, I had some trouble. I would have been on earlier, Danielle, but I had to get all the links in. And there were about, I think, a couple of books that I couldn't get the links in for. So, but Linda Ravenscroft sells her books on her own website, so keep that in mind. She is British. So the website. So you're gonna get when you order the books, they're gonna be in British pounds, not American dollars. So keep in mind when you go to checkout, what you might get is a British price, and then when you finally check out, you're going to get a different price, which is the U.S. price if you want to convert your money. They do that for you, so you got it and understand it. I think I have most of the books except for 2, I think, of hers, but that's because those books sold out before I had a chance to really get them. So that is the new book. Then we did a picture today. And I just did this picture today. So I just finished it this morning. I was working on it last night and I was like, I must finish it. So this is from Halloween by Mardel Rubio. It is a spiral bound. The paper is really good in this book. I mean, it watercolors beautifully. So I used my Copic, some gel pens. I forget what else I used. Oh, I also used a gray pencil in some of them, but not in all areas. Like the face was like the marker that I had originally used for the face dried up. So it was a little choppy. So I put a gray Faber-Castell polychromos to fix the skin to make it look a little bit smoother though. That's what I did for that face. So we need to count up how many of these we have. 1. I know, right? She'll be lurking, Michelle says. So we'll do that. I need something to put my tags in so we can count how many books we actually, I know the total number of books was about 35 minus 2 of those being PDFs. So then we did a Halloween picture, and Halloween, of course, you know, it can't be Halloween without me doing a picture. So I did a gnome. Like I try to do as many pictures as I can during the holiday season. So I did this one. I wanted to do more in this book, but then I was like, you know, I got distracted by other things, and you know, now I'm working again. And then, you know, this week I kind of had a really busy week with everything, with my doctor's appointments, everything. So, you know, 2, 3. Remember, there's 2 additional ones because of the PDF. So you have to include the 2 PDFs. So I'm going to actually add 2 tabs because of the PDFs. So that way we get the right total rather than getting the wrong total like we did last month. I got the total wrong by about 3. So keep that in mind. So 3, 4. Yep. And then we got this book. This is the new Sarah Richter book, which is Nachtswarmer. It is, I'm not sure what this is, if this is German or some other weird language, but it translates into night owls. This is mostly animals. So I did this little dragon. I think I was getting kind of like, how many of us here watched House of Dragons on HBO? So I think I got a little inspired by Game of Thrones, House of Dragons. So there's that. So that was by Sarah Richter. This is done completely in pencil. Isn't it phenomenal? It's so very, very good. I can't wait to see what they do next year with the book, with what they do with the Dance of Dragons, because you know the next season is based on Dance of Dragons. Yeah. So then we went to Ticket to Dreams by Karolina Kubikowska. Now this book is now out of print. You cannot get this anywhere. So I might actually keep it when I'm finished, just because it's so big, but the pictures come out really nice in it. And I finished doing the squirrel. Yes, Grace finished doing the squirrel. I decided to do an orange background. I did not do this in pastels. This was actually completely done in pencils. Yeah, it was done completely in pencils. I do not have pastels right now, so I wouldn't even know what to buy if I did pastels. So I'm putting the stickies on a thingamajig. Next one is Whimsy Girls Around the World by Hannah Lynn, the artist edition. You can buy this on Hannah's website. So when I did this, I was thinking of Allison from House of Dragons, but I think I may have gotten her colors a little wrong because she wears green a lot. I do color animals from time to time. We do have the Nico Nelko book, which is just absolutely adorable. I do love that book, though. I'll tell you right now, I really love the Nico Nelko book. It's surprising because that's not a book that I typically do. She does look like Allison, right? Except I should have put her in green because those are our house colors, which is green. But the nice thing about this book is if I want to, I can totally do it differently. Like I can make her hair the same, but I can do her in green instead, which would make her more Allison than that. So Whimsy Girls Around the World. Then we will take a few other things. Yeah. Sorry guys, I just gotta, because there's so many books to do. You guys all know this if you ever been doing streaming. Next up, we actually finished a book this month. This is the book that I finished. I finally finished Color and Chicks Coloring Book #1. Now, the last 2 pages are the ones that I finished this month, but I did finish the book. Yay! Grace finished a book, which means I'm not keeping it because I need to make room for other books and stuff like that. So then I did I did the cat. The cat came out faded because the marker died on me. Well, that's what happens when markers die on you. Jeez. And I did get a tetanus shot at the doctor, so kind of funny because I'm kind of feeling like this book is done entirely in marker and gel pens. So we can see, when I look at these books, I kind of see a development in where I was going with the book. Like some people keep their books, some people do not keep their books. It depends on the book, case by case. I might keep some, I might not keep some because, that just depends on what I like and what I don't like. And I'm not going to say to anybody they shouldn't keep their books, they finished books. But this is one of my favorites. Like I really love this style and people's interpretations of them. This is finished pages, but it's kind of like a combo video because we're doing one new book. We're doing one new book, a finished pages video, finished pages flip through video. I'm looking for book 2 in this series, and I cannot find it in my collection, but I'm sure I'll find it when I'm not looking for it because there weren't many pages in that book either. That. Kind of funny because I did her colors wrong in this, and then I was like, well, what can I do for the background? There's some pictures I didn't do a background because I just didn't feel like they needed one. Like, I guess it's all dependent on what you do here. Sorry, guys, it's like because of I still feel that pain. And then you guys know yesterday that my nieces came over for a video, so. Yeah, I know, right? It's so much fun to do this one. I've seen so many people do this picture in so many different ways. Different people do different things with their videos. So. What's funny is sometimes mistakes can be a big help. I know for a fact sometimes I pick the wrong colors. Like this, I picked the wrong purple. For this color, it was supposed to be an actual lighter purple, but it ended up working really well. This one was fun. See, it doesn't come out like there is a background, but it really is, and you can tell the marker was dying out when I did that. This was a cute one. This was a really cute one. That came out really cute. That was one I did this month. Then the last one, I really liked the last one because it was an ode to pinks and purples. It's just a really glamorous one. So this is my finished book. So that's that, right? I don't even know how many pictures we finished this month. So if something's finished, it goes on another pile. Oh, so then we have from Halloween to Christmas. This is book 5 in the series. I think, what is there, like 8 books in the series now? So I have everything up to book 5, but I just finished one. So we did this one. Everybody loved this one. The markers were actually fading on me, the memo of it. So then I finished doing it up with the Copics. So That was the only one I did in that one. Then everybody knows we did Rooms of Wonder. We did this one on camera. We did this one. We have one whip. So that is Rooms of Wonder. That was 2. I don't know where the things went for the tags. You know, it's always like something gets misplaced. I don't know where the tags went for that. We just add. I have spare tags in case something happens like this. So that way we can count it. Nice. And then, of course, nothing would be complete without this big giant that Carol C asked me to get this book so I could color it on stream for her. That's what she wanted me to do, is color it on stream. So we did 3 pictures this month in it. 2 of them on camera, I think. Yes. So I did this one. I don't consider it an evil book. So we did 1, 2, 3. So we did that one, which you guys didn't see, but I also started a new one. I'm kind of going in order. Get a small, as you can see, I started doing one, but I haven't actually done more in it. That's one in there. That's a big one. That's what you call big fatty. Colorful Moments, Cottage Dreams. You get this at things. This is what I finished this month in this one. This is a nice book if you want something scenic to do and you don't want to do like a big piece. So I like this. Hi, Callie. I like this book because it's small, and then you guys can see I'm started a new one. So kind of like that person. But the only thing I don't like is that this book has a tendency, as you can see already, the pages are falling out, and I'm not even that far in. Of course, everybody knows this is the cute book. I think I did 2. I think I did 2 or 3 pages on this. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but I think I did 2 in this one. I'm just looking for my tag. We did this one. Yeah, I have a Yoda obsession. Did that one. And then I did that one. Yeah, I did the sky in pink and red, which was different. So I did 2 there. I did this with colored pencils. I think I did this either with Prismas or I did this with the Star Joys. Maybe both. No, right? I think the thing is, even though I'm not participating in the more, Brien color along, I think there's a year-long color along for Grogu, if I remember correctly. Because he is cute. Coco Wyo. Now I did this on stream, and this was the stream where nobody came. Yeah. I think like one person came, but I think that they had problems. Someone said they were trying to communicate with me on stream and they couldn't do it. So this is Beauties in Fairyland. We use markers for this and gel pens. And then I'm also right now doing this one behind it. So I'm kind of doing it in gel pens and markers. So as you can see, we haven't really done more work. It's a work in progress. I have these things with certain books that I just like to color them. So that was one in there, but there's always things that I'm working on. Halloween by Coco Wyo. More Coco Wyo. Now this is like this is 100 images. This is like I think 5 or 6 books in one. So as you can guys guess, I did this because I didn't want to buy a whole bunch of Coco Wyo books, and I decided to buy the anthology Halloween so I could get a few books and color different things. We did this on a live stream. I remember this was a live stream as well. A lot of you were like, Coco Wyo, Coco Wyo. So that was what we did in that one. I haven't started anything else in this book. So. Autumn Scenes. I finally finished a long-standing whip in this one. I have a lot of whips in this one. So I finally finished a long-standing whip in this one. This is one of the long-standing whips. I finally finished this. I think I did this. You know what it is with this page is I started it, I finished it, I started it, I finished it. So that's what I did in that one. So it was the only Creative Haven book that I did. Fairytales by Emelie Oberg. I finished this one at long last. I finished the polar bear. Many different pencils. I can't remember everything I used. I think Starjoy, Prismas, Polys, Holbeins, you name it. I did not have the pastel colors yet, so that was that one. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now, I couldn't go this holiday season, this month, without having a Buffy the Vampire Slayer one. I don't think I've seen many people have this coloring book, so if someone wants to do a buddy color, I still have plenty of pages left. This is the Masked and Buffy. So this took me a while because this was also another stop, start page. So keep that in mind. Only did that one, but I do have a few whips, so I think I have that one's done. This one I need to finish doing, and then I think after that, I think I only have this whip left to do, so that is a good thing. I only have one whip, but everything else is like fair game that I have, so keep that in mind. As the book is pretty much open if anybody has that book and wants to do a buddy color. Cute and Creepy Coloring Book by Camilla D'Erico. Now, last time you saw this book, I was in the middle of finishing a double page spread. I did this one. Yes, I used the Prismacolor True Blue as the background color. So I tell you, I went through 2 True Blue pencils doing this background. That's how much I do the backgrounds. So as you can see, because I pressed in this and I had already colored in some of this book, so I have to erase that. But as you can see, this is a whip in progress for this book. I have this one too, which I'm doing right now, which is a whip in progress. I just have to figure out what color the background is because I wanted to match this guy. I'm probably going to color this owl gray, but I'm coloring him in first. Yeah, but the thing is that you have to remember it takes time for them to color. So this was, this was actually that whip that you saw finished here, that one that I had done the blue in. That was actually started last month, and I didn't actually finish it until this month. So thank you, guys. And here's a good old-fashioned one that we haven't seen in a while, Girls with Music. I can't remember if I got this off I know I got it from an Etsy seller, but I can't remember if it was Cool Craft or maybe it was 70 East Books. I left a link down below the Cool Craft book because that's where I know it's being sold. Some people are saying they can get the Japanese books now at Book Depository. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So remember that. I also have 3 new books coming. So this is a double page spread. So I want you guys to understand that this is a really big page spread. It took me about good 2 weeks to do this. And I did this with Prismas, Polychromos, Black Widows to do this. And this yellow you here see, this is a Crayola pencil. Yeah, that's how nice. I'm not sure what I used. I'm not sure if this yellow was used for something else, but the brown here was definitely Black Widow. So we did that. That was one of my favorite ones to do. I love doing people. Then we did something in this. I think this is World Fairytales or Fairytales Around the World. So I did this one, which took me so long to do. It was stop. It was stop, start, stop, start. No, I felt like, because I had so many bright colors that I needed a dark raw background. So that's why the background is gray. Then I contrasted it with this, which I really like this a lot. No, I consider this, even though some people would consider it a double page spread, I consider it two separate pictures because it's like so different in nature. So those were the two. And now I'm working on this one. This is a double page spread that I'm working on. So you guys can tell this is taking me a little more time than I would like to have on it. So, oh no, we had an accident. That's okay. That is okay. These things happen in real life. So, and then of course, the kitty cat book, as I call it, the kitty book. This is Noko Nico. I probably got this off of Amazon Japan because it was probably cheaper at the time. People are saying that you can get this book now at Book Depository for a lot less than what you would pay for it anywhere else. But I'm not saying go look there. I'm saying, if you want to buy the book, go to Amazon Japan, Etsy, Book Depository. Yes, Asia. Hi, Michelle. So I did this one. I think I did this one on stream, right? We did this one on stream, so there's a video of this one. I really do like these little kitties because they're so festive and it's just a fun thing to do, and we can have a lot of fun with them. Oh, now the thing where I have a lot of these books. Halloween special. This is one of the many I have. I've been collecting the Create Color in Heavens for a while, so keep that in mind. I did this one. This is by Camille Festa. I did this with pencil, so I really like this one. So I did this one. My whole thing is that sometimes you get books and you don't really like a lot of the pictures. Oh, I did not knock you out. Knocked out the tripod. There's a difference. So those are Color in Heavens, which are some of my favorite magazines to do. So then I did this one. This is by Ennis Guerrero. I did it in blues. I think I was having a thing with blues and greens and purples at the time. So this is not one of my better ones. It's done completely in pencils. So keep that in mind. When I work with markers, it comes out differently. We'll probably put all the Halloween specials away. Then we did a Color Your Hoard, Bad Girls of Halloween special. This one is the first one I've done in this one. My niece, Saya, when I showed her the picture, she really liked it a lot. She goes, I like this one. Sometimes the kids will come over and they'll be like, which magazines are we going to see? Anti-workout or which book? Which is usually a Disney book they want me to work out of. So then I did Gothic Fantasy special. I think I did 2 in this because let me explain what happened. I messed up by not putting the paper behind this when I did it. So then I did the page right behind it. I actually started this one last night and I finished it this morning because what happened was I had to go over it again because my blue marker ran out of ink, and luckily it's a Copic, so it's refillable. And then I did this one because the red got in her hand. You can see some little red marks on it. Yeah, it did work in a lot of different because Halloween is like one of those holidays that it's like there's so much color in that you're like, oh, what do you do? And it's also fall, so there's a lot of fall colors in here. So that was 2 I did in the book. Remember, this is the Ennis Guerrero special, so keep that in mind. Then we did another Halloween special. I forget who this one is from. Oh, this one is by Yana Prazovina. This is another Halloween special. Yeah, there's been a lot of them. So I have a lot of Color in Heaven magazines. So I've been a Score subscriber for a long time. So every month. And remember, for a few months, I didn't buy any Color in Heaven books because I was in between moves. So I think there was like 3 or 4 months that I didn't buy any books. So keep that in mind. So I did this one. This one was Johanna Pravarina. I wanted something different than the blacks, the purples. So I decided to make a pink little witch with a, you know, kind of to do something cutesy. Creatures of the Night. And I do not see the page mark that I worked in, so I have to find it. Don't worry, we always find it. Ah, this is the one we finally finished this one. I finally finished this one. I don't know why the sticky thing disappeared on me. Luckily, I have another one. So I did this one, which was really nice. I like the pumpkin. I finally finished the pumpkin. Give it some real fun colors. You know, that was just one of the fun ones. Alice in Wonderland, special by Eva Nukin. Now, she used to have a few books on Amazon, but they're no longer there. So I don't know if they went out of print or they sold out and she's not making anymore because I think they were limited. You know, I thought maybe I had one of the books in digital. I don't have any books by her. So this is a Alice in Wonderland. And I guess this counted for Color Your Hoard October since it was the first page in the book. So I did that one. Now this book, I'm trying to actually finish the fairy special. So I did this one, which was a whip. This one has been a long-term whip, if anybody knows that. So I have a lot of long-term whips, so I still have to do, like now I'm going back in this book and seeing what pages I did not do in order. So I did this one. I like the way this one came. I was like, you know what? I want to finish this one and I'm going to finish this one. So this is by Johanna Pravarina as well. Then we have Chibi Horror Grayscale by Jade Summer. So I did this one. I made a little hellion, little girl from hell. Yeah, I know. Some people will say, well, that's funny that you're doing that one. So are you doing the books in order or are you just doing them as you see fit? Sometimes, you know, I do it in order. Sometimes I'm like, well, what have I not done in a book? You know, what would I like to color in that book? So, you know, I was like, oh, I don't want to make it like completely red and hellish, you know, like I want to do something a little, like everybody makes it always the same color. So I'd want to try and do something a little bit different, but keep to the theme of it. So I thought that was a good idea. I only did one in that. Grayscale books are fun to color. I tell you, they come out really nice. Then we did this one from Fantasy and Fairy Tale colors. Yes, what would you like me to do you a favor for? Depends on what the favor is. Don't ask me for books I don't have because there are a lot of books I don't have. In that chibi book, the one that I just showed, yeah. The doll page. Which is the doll page? There's a few doll pages, so let's hope I haven't colored it already. Let's see if I haven't colored it. Is this the doll page? Is this the doll page? Is this the doll page? What's in the bottom of the picture? What are you talking about? This bottom? I see the bottom, but I don't see anything weird in the bottom of the picture. Interesting. I never noticed that before. I don't understand. Ah, I didn't realize that was part of the bed. Interesting. See, I never noticed that before. Ah, the blankets. Interesting. I never noticed that before. I don't know what the yeah, it's a bedspread blankets. These must be the bedpost. These must be the bedpost, and this must be the mattress, and this must be the stuff in coming out of the bed. Or she ripped it out. Interesting. I would have been confused too if you hadn't pointed that out. So fantasy and fairy tale characters. We did this one, the mermaid. So I did the little mermaid. I did a little mermaid. So that was an interesting one. That I wouldn't have even guessed that one. So I did that one. So then we did Spellbinding Images, Beginner's Edition, Volume 3 by Nikki Burnett. We have one picture in that one. So I decided, well, what happened was I ran out of this color. I was going to do her outfit like this, but then I was like, let me get all the colors, and I ended up using blue and green. This is like a pale green, and then I decided to keep the colors like blue and ash, just to make it, but lighter colors, you know, so it wouldn't conflict. Isn't she stunning? I love the way Nikki Burnett's books come out. I think sometimes that happens, where sometimes, you know, they get rushed and they rush an image, and they're just like, I'll just put anything on it. Got to take out the stick because that tells me how many pages we color in it. So it was about 35 books this month. Yeah. 2 of them being PDF. And then I did this one in Advanced Edition, Volume 1. So I did this one. No, originally I wanted to make this all green, but the green started fading, so then I had to change it up a little bit. You know, when I saw this picture, I thought Sansa Stark and her wolf, maybe. Yeah. I think it's going to be about 70 pages we did this month. So I did this one. Then we get 3 hardcovers. Tales from the Witch's Cottage. This is brand new this month. So then I did this one. Don't ask me, am I going to keep some of my hardcover ones? I'll tell you right now, I'm going to definitely keep all the Clara Makovas even after I finish them, just because they're just so much money. I don't like wasted money. And then I did this one. Then I did this one. I think you guys all saw this one on stream. We did this one on stream, which I really liked this one, the way this one came out. Hello, Teresa loves to color. So we did this one on stream. I think we did those with the new color pencils I got, the pastel set. So we did that. I might go out later for a little walk. Then we did Seasons. I think I only did 1 in Seasons just because that's, no, it looks like I did 2 in Seasons because I think I ran out of time. I did this, I finished up doing this beautiful double-faced spread. I did this one and I did this one, right? I really like the way this one came out. And then I did this double-page spread too. I did this one and I did this one. So I did 2 double-page spreads in this one. I really love how it came out. You know, sometimes I just like doing the page spreads. I think I was trying to go, well, I have these books, so I need to finish some of the images and work on what I have. That's good. So you're feeling better. So then we did a page in Mystica. This I don't remember where I got it from. I think I got it from Etsy. I could be wrong. And we did this one. I did this completely in pencil. I think I used Black Widows, Polychromos, and Prismas. Sometimes it's just like I know what I use all the time. So those 3, it kind of use the same things, and that's the end of it. I was thinking of doing her as well, but I'm like, you know, I want to do her in similar colors, but I think I'm going to change up the hair color a little bit. Not totally, but make her another brunette. So it's just a matter of figuring out what I want to do with the pages in this book. So let's count how many pages we did via the thingamajig. As you guys can see, I keep it all in the family. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You guys know that my nieces came over, and so they're like, well, we like certain things you color and certain things we don't like when you color. 17, 18. See, I don't like when I have the profile like this because I'm so used to having everything on the side or this way. 18, 19, 20, 21. I hate when they come loose on you and then they just like slide in between. And there was one that slid. Hold on. This one that slid in between my thingamajig. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Looks like I got 45 done. That includes the 2 PDFs. 43, 44, 45. These are the two blue ones. So 45 pictures, 35 books in total. I love these hardcover books that you get from overseas. This one especially because it's a really nice book. The paper is really nice. It works really well with pencils. I wouldn't use markers personally on it, but that's just my opinion on what's something I would get. So plus I finished one coloring book. To me, that is a big accomplishment. So I feel like we did a lot of stuff. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed this book. I put down a lot of the links. I didn't put down. I didn't do any DPs, so keep that in mind too, that I'm not doing diamond payments. Once I start, when things settle down and then, mom converts this room to her bedroom eventually, maybe we'll start moving things outside into the other area of the house, the living room, and maybe we'll start doing our streams from the living room, which would be interesting. So for right now, we're using this as the makeshift area. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy. I know I normally do a lot more, but you have to understand I've had a busy, weird kind of month because I had to go to the doctors. This week was especially hard for me because, I went to the doctors and, that takes a lot of time, and then you have to get all these tests done too. So, it was a matter of things, happening. So I hope everybody has enjoyed this stream. I think I did a lot too. And I think sometimes people say, oh, you don't do as much as you did before. I'm working part-time. I go out a lot to do grocery shopping. And then, when I go to the doctor, the week that I go to the doctor to do the labs, I have to go to the labs and get my labs done because of my medical condition. And some of you know what that is. I have to stay on top of that. So it's not like it was before. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy. And remember, take care of each other. Wear masks when required to wear masks. Everybody stay safe and healthy. And everybody have a good afternoon. Bye, everybody.